Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Screw Toy action figure review. And today we have a very much anticipated figure here in front of us, the Batman Hush Mafex Poison Ivy. I've been waiting for this figure the whole year. I've been waiting for it ever since it was announced 2 years ago. And yeah, I'm just really happy to have it here. I got it earlier today. Today is Christmas Eve, so I'm considering this a early Christmas present to myself. And yeah, man, it just looks like a beautiful figure overall. But let's get a quick look at the packaging, and then we'll get a quick look at the figure itself. Here is your standard Mafex packaging from the Batman Hush line. You get that dark bluish grayish color that fades from gray to blue. You get Batman Hush right here. Picture of the product right there. Poison Ivy Batman Hush version action figure. You get a little Poison Ivy bottle right there, which I thought that was pretty cool. Mafex Medicom Toys DC. On the side, you get another look at the figure right there. Same Poison Ivy logo and the DC logo, which is weird. It's trademarked, so I wonder. I don't know. I wonder what that's about. We get Batman Hush up there. Poison Ivy, same thing we got in front. Number 198 in the line, which is crazy. We're almost at 200 with the Mafex figures. On the back, you get some look at the accessories and the figure. On here, you get some, warnings and, where to contact Medicom and everything. Over here, you get Mafex number 198. On this side, Batman Hush and a beautiful picture of Poison Ivy right there. It was blurry, but there we go. Here we have the little QR code that you can scan with the Medicom app to show if your figure is authentic or not. On the bottom, you get a whole bunch of warnings and, who worked on the figure. Ages 15 and up, so if you're 15 and younger, you cannot play with this figure. This is adult collectible, not a toy. And then, yeah, you get the barcode, get the Medicom sticker. Enough about this packaging. Actually, did we look at the top? No, we didn't. Over here, we get Batman Hush and another product image. But enough about this packaging. Let's crack this bad boy open. Now, getting a quick look at all the accessories that this figure does come with. Straight out the packaging, she does come with a little booklet of genuine product certificate, and on the back it tells you that you can download a app on your smartphone to scan that little QR code that I showed you at the beginning of the video to see if your figure is authentic or not. So I do like that Medicom does include this, and they added that little feature just so you know that you're getting something that's genuine and not fake. So pretty dope. And then you get the typical Mafex stand. Usually the female figures do come with the smaller clamp, which it does. And then you get the low base, the arm, and the separate little different styles of clamps. And yeah, man, I always love that Medicom includes, stands for their figures. It really comes in handy. Now getting a quick look at all the accessories that the figure does come with. Straight out the packaging, she does come with a set of relaxed open hands. And I really love the sculpt on these hands. Each one of the hands has these vines and leaves kind of intertwining into her palm, the back of her hand, in between her fingers. Yeah, I really love that small little detail. It's just dope. It's not just painted on there either. It's actually sculpted. One thing about mine, I did notice a small, very, very small QC issue, and that is on the thumb. The nail is misaligned, so when you have it in certain angles, it just looks a little funky, but it's so minor that you could barely tell unless you're right up on it. But yeah, I really love this small little attention to detail of the vines and the leaves just kind of intertwining into her hand. Yeah, it's very much Poison Ivy. And she also does come with a set of fists, very similar to the open relaxed hands. You get the vines intertwining between her fingers, and even on here you can see that it wraps around her knuckle and her finger, making it look like a ring, which I thought was pretty dope. And yeah, even the little nail right there, even though it's a closed fist, it's still painted. You get the painted thumb, which is just small attention to detail that I do appreciate, which is something that should be expected from your $90 figure. So yeah, just again, overall solid hands. And did you think she was flicking you off for a brief second? Because I thought that's what this hand was when I first took it out the packaging. I'm not too sure if this gesture is a specific thing to the comic. I have not read the comic where Poison Ivy overtakes Superman and mind controls him. Or if I did, it's been a very long time. Yeah, I'm not too sure if this gesture actually means anything. The other hand is more of a gripping sort of type of hand. In the packaging, it does show this hand being used to carry the briefcase. It's almost like a whipping Spider-Man hand, like I said. Not too sure if these hands mean anything, but yeah, I thought it was just kind of funny and kind of threw me off for a brief second. And the last full set of hands that she does come with are these open palmed hands, and I do like them. They're just full on splayed out, And like I said, they are the last full set of hands, but it's not the last hand that she does come with. The last actual hand that she does come with is more of a open grip hand, and this hand is specifically made to hold this little stack of cash that she does come with so she can make it rain. Now she does come with two different briefcases, the first one being a open silver briefcase, and it does look really nice. I really love the silver paint on this briefcase. On top you can see that it has a little number lock right there and a little clasp, just small little nice attention to detail. I don't like that the only hand that she comes with is the gripping hand, this weird Spider-Man gripping hand. It's the only hand that can grip these briefcases. I wish we would have got a normal set of grips for each side of the figure. I hate having limitations to how I pose and display my figure. Yeah, just not a big fan that this is the only hand that can hold it, and I don't like the position it's in because this little finger kind of pushes the briefcase inward and it just makes it look awkward. It kind of hits her knee, and yeah, I'm just not a big fan of that. Again, I just wish that the grip hands came in a normal position and they came for each side of the figure, you know, her left and her right. But overall, the briefcase itself is really nice. Again, I do like that metallic, shiny paint on it, and yeah, it just looks really nice. The second briefcase that she does come with is an open briefcase that displays all the money inside of it. You get these little bands that hold the money in place. I wish it would have been the same thing for the top one. It just kind of money floating there. Yeah, and I wish the actual money was sculpted. It would have been nice to have that little detail, but overall, as a small little display thing to have in your Batman display, still going to be nice. Just overall, not my favorite accessory of the bunch. Some of the last few accessories that do come with this figure are all these little add-on vine accessories, which I think just is amazing. It adds so much contrast to this figure. It really breaks up that solid light green that she does come, but she does have different tones of green in her little jumpsuit and her little footies, but the vines just really break up all that solid lime, you know, lime green that she does have throughout the whole body. And everything is labeled in the box and how to put it on. You know, this one said right side, left side, and it comes from the order that you should put it on. You know, these came on top of these came on top of these, so it tells you, you know, put these on first. Her little collar around her neck, and it's all nicely done, man. You get these very beautiful painted leaves, or not painted leaves, I'm sorry, sculpted leaves that yeah, just look really nice. You know, the ones around her neck. You get these little vines around her forearm and biceps. See, you can see these little ropes of vines and little leaves right here. Just small little detailed vines. The ones on her thighs are nice as well. And the one around her shins look really dope. Yeah, man, just so much little details that add so much to the figure. You get almost like a little Venus flytrap right there. Oh no, I think that's just a simple little leaf. I'm tripping. But yeah, nice little detail. Vines and leaves to add on to your Poison Ivy figure, and I believe you can add them to your Superman as well. You know, your little mind controlled Superman. Unfortunately, I do not have that Hush Superman. I've always wanted to pick it up, but I told myself that I'm going to be strict on Mafex DC figures, and I was only going to pick up Batman and his Rogues Gallery. So I didn't pick up that Superman. But yeah, you can add these on to your Superman to make them, you know, brainwashed or whatever from Poison Ivy. But yeah, man, I really do like it. The only criticism I have with these accessories is I wish there was a darker wash throughout the whole thing to really make all those little details pop. She also does come with two different head sculpts. The first one being a very neutral, kind of menacing head sculpt. She doesn't really have too much expression. She kind of looks like she's in like a minor smirk to her face, but it's just very neutral, and I like it. It's very beautiful. It's very much Poison Ivy. It, you know, it gives that, you know, fierce, confident, like she's about to, you know, mess with Batman's head. And yeah, I really do like it quite a bit. You get these very nice little leaves and flowers in her hair, even in the back. You get some of that, in, you know, some of those vines and stuff going into her hair. I like the little bangs or side bangs right there that come down to her, not her side bangs, her sideburns coming down on the side of her face. You get the same thing on the other side. And you get this very nice vine right there. What would have been dope was to maybe we could have seen some different like flowers in her hair. That would have been a very nice breakup, like some pink or some purple. That would have looked really dope in my opinion. But yeah, just a very beautiful looking head sculpt, man. And everything's pretty spot on. The paint applications are, no misses, no sloppiness. It's pretty well. I like it. Unfortunately, as beautiful as these head sculpts are, they are way too similar. When I first opened up the box, I thought I had gotten two of the same heads, and I was actually pretty upset for a minute. I was like, dang, man, another QC issue with Mafex. They gave me two of the same heads. Now I got to go through the whole process of trying to get the right head, and going with through Ami to try to get a replacement it's not a pain in the ass, but it's a hassle. It's more than I would like to do. They should get it right the first time, but they're not the same heads. If you put them side by side, if I can back it up just a little bit, get them side by side, they look very similar, but this one is more of a smiling head sculpt, more compared to this one, which is more of a neutral mean head sculpt. And this hair is a lot more windswept upwards compared to this one that lays a little bit more flat. So yeah, different heads, but they're very, very similar. Like way too similar for my liking. I mean, look at that, man. They just, yeah, not digging it. I wish she would have got a different expression. One maybe a little bit more angry with her teeth gritted, or one with, her full on smiling with her teeth showing. Something different than these two, man, because again, they're too similar. They are beautiful head sculpts, though. I think they're nicely done, and it's pretty much identical, other than the little, lip on the corner facing upwards to, simulate her smirking, and then the hair being windswept upwards. And now just getting a quick overall look at this figure. There's not much to look at. It's a pretty simple, plain figure, but it's executed in such a way that it's just a really beautiful figure overall, man. It doesn't need all these crazy amount of details on it. It gets the job done on what it does. So we got to look at the head sculpt already. It's a very beautiful looking head sculpt. The paint applications are nicely done. I love the contrast of that matte, mint green color that's used for her whole base body. I love the darker green for her lipstick. The eyes are beautifully done. Also green in there. The hair, I love the little wash that they gave. It's not just a solid orange. You got some lighter oranges on top of all this sculpt to really make it pop and make all those sculpted lines and shapes really, come at you and not just sit flat. Again, you get little vines throughout the hair, through the face. You get all these nice little pieces of plants throughout. The rest of the body is pretty simple. It's just a plain matte plastic. These little leg things don't want to stay up really well, but yeah, you get this very nice mint green throughout the whole body. The back, just nicely done. Unfortunately, the hair does rub some paint on the back, so you need to be careful while doing that. I don't know how well you can see it right there. Yeah, that's just a little unfortunate, so that sucks, but nothing of a deal breaker. Her little, leotard, unitard, whatever you call these, it's nicely done. It's a darker green with these little vines running throughout the upper breast and the lower crotch, down to her butt cheeks, and then the back of her back. So yeah, nicely done. Again, not much to it. The little booties are nice. These little, I'm not sure what these are called. Little booties, I don't know what to call it. Little ballerina shoes. Same thing. They're dark green with a lighter green for the little vine wrapping around it. But yeah, pretty simple figure, but it gets the job done. It's a perfect representation of what Poison Ivy looks like. Getting a quick look at her articulation. The head does look down, and with that collar piece moved, it will move a lot further down. But the hair, it's gonna restrict from her moving back at all. It is a very soft plastic, but yeah, it's still gonna restrict that because it's a big chunk of hair, and that's for both heads is the exact same thing. She does get side to side, which is typical for Mafex, as it is a dumbbell joint and a separate neck piece that plugs into the body. So you'll get some nice side to side. Her arms are on ball joints and they move up a very nice amount. You can easily hit a wide pose with those joints right there. She does have a butterfly joint that doesn't shift back much on this side because of the hair, but on this side it'll shift back actually a pretty decent amount, so not too bad. And it does move forward slightly, up and down, full 360 if you would like on that upper shoulder joint. And then she does have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in just about 90. So that's a little unfortunate that they don't go further than 90, even though they are double jointed. She does have ball joints at her wrist that hinge up and down, side to side, and rotate a full 360. She does have a diaphragm cut that pivots this much to this side, this much to this side, this much forward, a lot further back, and it does rotate a full 360 if you would like. She does have a lower ball joint at her waist, so with these two she can bend pretty great back, pretty great forward, and great tilting to the sides. And as you can see, this back piece is a little rubbery piece, so make sure that when you do tilt back that you kind of make sure it doesn't get tucked in there. So yeah, it's a little crotch area, rubbery piece. She does have upper thigh shifting. She does have drop down hips, and she can kick all the way up, which is pretty great. She can kick out all the way to the side, which is pretty great. She does have double jointed knees, and she does have a ball joint at the ankle that goes this much forward, that much back. She does have ankle pivot and toe articulation. Now to get a quick look at some size comparisons, here we have Poison Ivy next to the Mafex Hush Joker and Batman. Here she is next to some other Hush ladies, the Mafex Hush Catwoman and Mafex Hush Harley Quinn. And just for fun, here she is next to the 20th anniversary retro card Captain America and the Target exclusive Black Widow. And yeah, man, just a solid figure overall. If you wanted to cross her over with Marvel Legends, you can, for whatever reason. If you wanted to, it's possible. And yeah, I just think that Mafex is overall clean it with these Hush Mafex figures. And there you have it, a very solid release by Medicom Toys. They absolutely killed it when it comes to comic figures, especially the Mafex Hush Batman line. They've been knocking them out the park, man. I have very few gripes with this figure. You know, a little bit more paint wash in the leaves and little vines throughout her whole accessories and, you know, jumpsuit and footies or whatever the shoes that she's wearing. Would have been nice to bring out those details on the leaves and vines, and then just a different expression for the second head sculpt would have been ideal. That's the two major things that bother me. And the paint, the paint coming off the hair and rubbing off on her back and shoulders. As you can see in some areas right here, like this shoulder, the paint really rubbed off from the hair onto the shoulders and back. So that's a little unfortunate, a little bit annoying for a $90 figure. But still, overall, a very solid figure. Happy to make my Batman's Rogues Gallery grow a little bit bigger. I cannot wait for that Bane, that Scarecrow, the Riddler. It's just going to be rounding off a very nice looking, you know, Batman villains shelf. And it's starting to look great already, man. I don't collect too many of the Batman or DC figures from Mafex. Again, I just pick up the villains from Batman and Batman himself. And yeah, this figure, beautiful, love it. If you're a fan of the DC Mafex line, this is a no-brainer, pick it up. If you're a casual fan, I would still pick it up. I mean, Poison Ivy is one of, you know, Batman's biggest villains. And yeah, she's just beautiful, a beautiful figure. And then if you are not a Batman fan, then this is not for you. Don't pick it up. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, just really solid figure overall. Yeah, one of my favorites this year for sure. Might be making it in my, you know, end of the year favorite, you know, action figure or whatever. But anyways, enough of me rambling on. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps this channel when you like this video, and it helps recommend it to other viewers. And, you know, just hit that subscribe button. I really wanted to hit 3K by the end of the year. Unfortunately, that's not looking like a possibility or like it's gonna happen. But, you know, we can do it early next year. That'd be nice to hit, you know, 3K by, you know, early next year, and then 4,000 possibly by the end of next year, this time, you know, around this time. So yeah, if you can help my channel grow and support it, then do so. But your view is more than enough as well. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The links to all those are going to be in the description down below. And yeah, man, you guys have a very happy holidays, happy New Year's. Oh, there goes Poison Ivy. Yeah, you have a happy New Year's, happy holidays. Y'all stay safe out there. And, you know, again, this was a very beautiful year for action figures. We got a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, just a whole bunch of amazing figures this year, man, and I cannot wait to recap it. Fortunately, I did not get everything that I wanted to get this year, so there is going to be some stuff missing from my list that I wish could have been on my list. But overall, very solid year this year for action figures, and I cannot wait to see what 2024 brings. I know we're getting that Scarecrow and that Bane next year, and the Riddler, so that's going to be exciting. Cannot wait for that Mafex Captain America as well. That's going to be pretty dope. So yeah, it's looking like a big year for Mafex next year. So cannot wait to get those figures in hand. But enough of me rambling on again. Just have a happy New Year's, happy holidays, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.